Hi, today I'm going to be explaining polynomials. In the previous videos, we talked about terms, and we said that term is any indicated number of products, and terms that actually contain variables with only whole numbers as exponents are called monomials. For example, a monomial is just, let me just change the color and write it here because it's a very important term that will actually, by which we will, by the means of which we will actually explain polynomials, because these are very interrelated terms or concepts. Polynomials. So, I said an example of a polynomial is just 5x minus 6y to the power of 2, or y squared, and 7xy. And you can actually notice that the exponent of each of these terms is a whole number. Here I have 1, here 2, and x and y have 1. And if you can actually remember, we called these variables here the literal factors. And that's actually will help us to explain what I mean by a degree, the degree of a polynomial. So, let me just write it here. So, the degree of a polynomial is very simple. So, for example, if I take 7xy, so what do you think the degree of that is? So the degree of a monomial, is just the sum of the exponents of the literal factor. So you can see here the literal factors are x and y, and their sum is just 2. So I might write here 7xy is of degree 2, simply. And if I take here, sorry for this line, take here 5x, and you can see I just have x, and x is raised to the power of 1, and simply the degree is just 1, is of degree 1. Now, a polynomial is a monomial or a finite sum of monomials. It can be a monomial, it can be a sum of finite sum of monomials. For example, so I might as well want to move to the other side because I took so much space here. So let me just write it here. So polynomials. So an example of that would be 5x. It's a monomial, but it is also a polynomial. So I might as well this time write a finite number of monomials, such as 2x plus 1, or I might just write 2x plus 5x squared plus, 10. So you can see these are examples. These are examples of polynomials. And there's also something that we call binomials. Binomials, you can see here. Here I have binomials, and here I have 3 terms. So here it's a binomial, it's a binomial, not binomials. So it's a binomial because I have 2 terms, And this is a trinomial because I have 3 terms. So, yeah. So, actually, the degree of a polynomial is the degree of the term with the highest degree. So, for example, here I just have, for 5x, I just have one term. So, it's just a term we take. So, we said 5 is of degree 1. So, this polynomial is of degree 1 as well. So, the second one, 2x plus 1, so I have 2 terms. So, you can see 1 is of degree 0, and 2x is of degree 1, because I have x raised to the power of 1. And the last one, so it just, I wrote it just by chance, and it turned out to be really a very good example. So you can see here I have 2x plus 5x raised to the power of 2, or 2x squared, plus 10. So 10, because it is just a number, so it is of degree 0, 2x is of degree 1, so I'm left with 5x squared. And yeah, you can see x squared is of degree 2. So this trinomial, or this polynomial, is of degree 2, obviously. Now I want to show you some examples of sums and differences of polynomials. So, examples. So, let's just take the previous examples we took. So, just 5x plus 2x plus 1 equal. And yeah, you can actually notice that these two are two separate polynomials, but they look like a one actually polynomial because of the definition of a polynomial. So if I try to add them, so I should actually focus on the terms that have the same degree, and I leave the others aside. So it is obvious here from now that 5x and 2x have the same degree. So what I do, I simply just add them. It's just 7x plus 1. Very, very simple. So let me just take another example. So I'm really having a hard time coming with examples, but I'm just going to take something that I just wrote here. Or maybe just come up with something new. So it's 2x squared plus x. So yeah. So here's a very simple example of a polynomial. So I may just add to it, or just subtract from it, just to make a very different. I'm going to subtract something. So I might just write 5x squared plus 1. Yeah. Okay, so here I follow just the same steps I followed in the previous example. So what I noticed is just I have 2x squared, which has the same degree as 5x. So I just simply add them, and yeah, I just get the same 7x squared. And I notice there is no equivalent or no term that has the same degree as x. So I just write it on it, write it alone there. And yeah, I just add 1. And yeah, this is a polynomial of degree 2.